Mhm. Hello, can you hear me? I don't hear you, Tom.
I'm such a dumbass this morning. I had me muted. Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Bumcrack. Good
Here I am
morning, Mr. Todd. How are
sitting here
you?
thinking it's me that is having problems with my headset or something.
Well, I don't have my mind on this morning. First of all, I had to start off. We had to, today was Roberta's quarterly blood draw, so we had to take her uptown to it.
Okay.
Then we were sitting here. Uh, we were sitting here talking about cruises. So,
Yeah, yeah, we
where,
scheduled a cruise.
where you going? When you going?
Uh, September.
Good morning, Texas. You going out of Florida?
No, we're going out of, I think, Seattle. We're going up to Alaska.
Cool.
Yeah, I've
Now,
always heard
James, do I?
everybody before should be on your bucket list. Do an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah,
And I've
that's
known
what.
people who've done a cruise up there for, gosh, I had a friend, a band director, who took an Alaskan cruise maybe 40 years ago. And they just loved it and said, everybody needs to go. So we're going
That's
to do it this September.
well.
If I can sell enough crap on eBay to pay for it.
We're going to. We in 14 days and a few hours. We're leaving to go to just go down to the Caribbean for 4 nights, whatever, and then in December we're going to Panama on a cruise. So
No, we're going to Panama Canal.
yeah, Panama Canal,
We're not going to Panama.
and so we're going to end the year with a bang. But we have some open space in there too, so you never know.
Yeah, cruises are good for us old folks.
Exactly.
Well, my niece and nephew, or my niece and her husband, they had their two children, and the son is 10, and the daughter is 12. And well, they had their 24-year-old daughter too. And but the little kids also seem to have a really good time. You know, they
Yeah,
there's somebody always to play in the pool with, and they have onboard
yeah.
activities for them.
Who do you like playing in the pool with? Just Roberta or just any random person that comes along?
We don't get in the
We
pool.
don't get in the pool.
Why not?
Because there's just too many people in that damn pool.
It's not deep, so
Oh, come on.
No, I
Even
did
I get in the
frolic in the I
pool.
did frolic in the beach on the beach and in the water when I was down there this past weekend. But
I would love to see you frolic. Why didn't you show any video of that? That would be great.
no, I because I was always taking pictures.
I'll get some when we go this in a couple of weeks.
Awesome. I want to see this frolicking. That's got to
You're
be great.
sad, sad people.
Tom be dancing around like Tinkerbell on the in the water.
Good morning, Julie. Oh God, my nose is running this morning. Um, but yeah, even I think for families, I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah, Craig. I don't think Tom would ever wear a leopard print leotard or
Yes.
speedo.
No, I don't do speedos. I'd be like, so we require you to have a bathing suit on. This is not a nude beach. Let me pick up my stomach. You can see that I have a bathing suit on. Good morning, delusional. So, and if any of you are not cruised, then you really ought to try it, especially if you live convenient to a port. Um,
I think more people would cruise if they just had a few more spendable dollars.
yeah,
So many people nowadays are just getting by on what they make instead of having extra vacationing money.
yeah, it's like us. We spent $3,000 yesterday on our air conditioning and heating system.
Man,
So he's supposed to come today and fix that.
yeah, our system is pretty much ready for an overhaul. They told us about 3 years ago when they fixed it that you know this equipment's getting dated and we're just fixing it good enough to keep it going.
Yeah. Well, it's
So,
expensive that
well,
have to replace a system.
it's working. So, yeah, I think our next go round with heating and air conditioning is probably going to be close to 10 grand. I mean, it's going to be a
Yeah.
whole new outside and inside units probably. But there you go.
Anissa, Anissa. Sweetheart. You've been listening to Scott too much. It's not a floating petri dish.
Yeah, cruises.
Yeah.
I don't know. You hear those reports, the early days of COVID where they would hold ships at uh, at docks until a phase was over with because so many people on board had COVID.
Yeah, there was a Royal Caribbean that was doing a Pacific Basin cruise. And right when it all happened, and they were quarantined in port for 14 days before they ever got off the ship. And then when they finally got on the ship, got off the ship, they went home, and the ones that came to the States was quarantined for 15 days when they got here.
uh,
Well, your heating system probably gets a bigger workout than your cooling does. No, there's a lot of youngins on that. And when I say youngins, I'm talking about 20 somethings. There's a lot of there's certain cruises that have a lot of children. Like this one had a lot because spring break and that type of thing. But you'll see all kinds of folks on there. And then you see some folks that shouldn't be wearing what they're wearing on that cruise.
well, that's always on a cruise.
Yeah.
That's in Walmart.
Roberta says that's in Walmart.
Well,
Uh,
Walmart's that way, but cruise is like that, but they wear fancier clothes
yeah.
on a
Well, I was
cruise.
talking about, the dude that should be a 4X is trying to wear a 2X Speedo type of thing.
Yeah.
So, how was things yesterday? Did you sell anything?
Oh, I sold 2 or 3 things yesterday. You know, this bayonet, the auction ended day before yesterday, almost 2 days ago, and it sold for $155.
Wow.
But they haven't paid.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, ugh. I sent them an invoice. I'm about to send them another invoice today. So it might come down to, I'd like to go to my second bidder and offer it to him for the 150 that he bid if this deal falls through. But I don't know. Can you go back to the bids from a past auction and see who all bid?
I don't know, but that should be an option to take the next, the next highest bid.
Wasn't Lag. Lag doesn't need a bayonet. He's got his mom to be his guard. So
Come on, Glock.
yeah, who was it? Flipping ain't easy. I watch his videos a lot. He did a video about being stressed out over the amount in it you have to list in a death pile. And I think I have a huge death pile, but I don't think I'm stressed out at all about it because my sales are good. When I first started reselling about 7 years ago, I thought, if I can make what I make at Home Depot part-time, walking these concrete floors and lifting bags of mulch into the back of pickups, strapping Christmas trees on top of Yugos, if I could make that same amount reselling and just quit my job at Home Depot, that'll be my goal. I'm there. And virtually every month in the 7 years since I quit Home Depot, I've doubled the amount that I made at Home Depot reselling. So I'm not worried about the size of my death pile. It doesn't stress me one bit. The only bad thing is it takes up so much room.
You're talking about strapping a Christmas tree up on top of a Yugo. Sergey, he says people come in and buy sofas and then try to put them into a BMW. They're
Shoot, Lag.
trying to get an 8 foot long um, sofa into a BMW. It ain't just going to happen. And Todd's retired now.
Yeah, what are you talking about, Lag? I've been retired for a long time now. What I do on eBay is just, a lot of folks would just call it piddling. Yeah, I spend a few hours doing it. In fact, I probably spend, I don't know, just eBay stuff, probably 30 hours a week at least. But it's just fun. It's not hard. No, Yugo never made electric. Yeah, so I don't know. That flipping ain't easy guy was saying he keeps getting messages from people that are worried about how much stress people have for having a big amount of unlisted items. And shoot, I got mountains of the stuff. I've got so many untested electronics and oh gosh, still tons of military surplus stuff to list. Bunches of ephemera.
If you're going to Alaska, you better go ahead and start listing.
Yeah, I've been listing. I listed 7 things yesterday. That's pretty good average for me, I guess. I don't know. I am jealous of the people who Quinn is stressed about it. I am jealous of the people that can go out and source and have everything they bought listed within a couple of days after they buy it.
That's like that young lady that we know and love. You know, she'll have 100 new items and she'll have them listed in a week.
Yeah.
But it worries her. It worries her. You know that it's not listed.
Yeah.
And that's her money.
That wouldn't worry me at all. If it's good stuff, I'm not worried about it.
Well, you know, it's her money sitting there.
And this is under the gun, huh?
Yeah. So she can get his ginormous gun safe in. First of all, I want to know how you're going to get a ginormous gun safe in the damn basement. Is it a walk-in basement or is it through the house, through it down a staircase kind of basement?
Why would you put it in a basement? Eventually, maybe in 50 years, somebody is going to have to take that thing back out.
No, you sell it with her twins will sell it with a gun safe.
Well,
okay.
That could be.
The reason I was asking that because a basement like up north where it's part of the foundation and you don't have any outside entrance into it is not something we have down here. Most of ours are walkout basements where it's built on the side of a hill and it's got sliding glass doors or a garage door or something like that going in.
Geez, that is a huge one.
Dang.
So, yeah, she's not going to worry about it because she'll turn 100 years old and then die, and it'll still be there, so she ain't worried about it then.
It's so big, you can hide 2 adults in it.
It might be fun to put 2 live adults in there, see what comes of that.
Well, that's just what I said. And the girls can sell it. They can sell the house with the gun safe in it. Does she have 4 girls or 3 girls and a boy? What do you have, Vanessa? 4 girls, 3 and 1. Holy moly, you got 5 kids. Yeah. Oh, that's right. The twins were a lot younger. I wouldn't know what to do if I had 14-year-olds around here again.
Delusional, shoot. 7 days a week, I average maybe 6, 7 items a day. So maybe I don't know, maybe 40 items a week. Some days I don't list any. Some days I list, 10 or 12.
You going to your honey bears this morning? Your love of your lives to the
Yeah,
ladies at the thrift store.
the old shriveled up hags at the Lutheran ministries.
Nice, Joanna.
Yeah, if I
What kind
could,
of
I don't know. If I do buy a lot of stuff that has to be cleaned or tested or whatever, it slows me down. Like right now I have like 5 stereo receivers. And every one of them, you got to plug speakers into it and then put like a tape deck on it to test them, and all that takes time. Testing probably takes longer than listing for sure.
Anissa? Todd loves going over there and fighting with the old ladies. It gives him a reason to get through the week.
A lot of the folks over there are really nice.
Well, is that woman still there? The one who always gave you a hard time?
Oh hell yeah. She's like
102?
yeah, something like that. That old crone. She got away maybe 100 pounds, and it's all wrinkled skin and bones. There ain't any muscle or fat under there at all to kind of smooth things out.
I tell you what, Todd, you're talking about the old crones. That old lady's probably going, I wonder if that old bastard's coming in here today. Cause me problems.
Oh, they love me when I go in. I'm always cheerful with them and
Buy
crack,
stuff.
cracking jokes, and yeah, look who's back, the old fart. Yay.
You know, I was down when we were down in Florida.
Blowing kisses. Yeah, absolutely.
Um, my older brother had to get something from a CVS.
Giving them
Wanted to pick that up.
compliments on how pretty they look today.
I hear you.
Or man,
Smoozing up for a discount.
I love that outfit you got on. You look so nice. Yeah.
And for anybody that might live in that area of Florida, between the port and down to Ron John's, I didn't see a Goodwill at all. I'm surprised. You know, if it was up here, there'd be one on every other corner. But I didn't see one anywhere. I didn't see any thrift stores down there. I guess people are not thrifting when they're over on that side of town.
Oh, I had an interesting thing happen yesterday. I got a story when we get to it.
Go ahead, hit it.
All right. I sold a neck massager machine on March the 3rd, and I shipped it on the March the 4th. And I sent it, what's the non-insured shipping with USPS, the cheap one? Something ground.
Right.
Or whatever it is. So, yesterday, it was at my post office. And with a return to sender, undeliverable package, with a $14 return shipping label, and they presented it to me. I said, what the heck? I had to look it up way back March the 3rd on my phone, see what all I had sold. And so let's see, on the 7th of March, it went out for delivery. Also on the 7th of March, it came back to the post office there and said, no secure location available. So I guess the post office there sent the buyer a message saying, hey, your package is waiting for you at the post office. And they didn't go get it. So they got another message on the 22nd of March saying, package return notice generated. So they got two messages to come pick it up from the post office, and they never went and got it. And then on the 28th of March, they shipped it back to me from the post office. So I sent the buyer a message and saying, hey, if you still want this, you're going to have to pay the original shipping again, plus pay for this return shipping. I sent him that message yesterday, and I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard one thing from them. They never turned in a request for a missing package or anything.
What do you do for something like that, as far as eBay goes?
I'm not going to do it. eBay didn't even know about it. Except it doesn't show delivered on the tracking.
Should you go ahead and do a paper trail of something by sending
But
eBay a message or something, or does that cause problems?
I don't know. It wouldn't. If eBay wants to know what happens, I'll tell them. But
Don't forget to start that storage fee now.
yeah. So my problem is, I said, can I think on this and message to the buyer and can y'all just keep it at behind the counter for a day or two? And they said, sure. I said, okay, thanks. And so also, as I was getting ready to leave, my local, I've always told you how great my local post office people are. I asked them, what would happen if I just abandoned the package? So I'm not gonna pay for the return shipping on this. She said, how about when nobody's looking, I just get it out of here and bring it to you? I was like, really? I'm like, what's that insurance commercial? You would do that for me?
Oh, State Farm?
Yeah, Steve. What are you wearing? I mean, what was that commercial? What's his name?
Yeah.
Mark from State Farm. God, what's his name? Anyway, You know what I'm talking about? Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm, yeah.
Really?
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis. Anyway, so I don't know. It may come back. The total sale was I sold it for $18 plus they paid like $13 shipping. So, and it cost about $13 to ship it, but the return label came back and it was $14 and something. So I'm like, hell, I ain't paying for that. So
So you don't know why it wasn't picked up? It just that.
no, the buyer never contacted me. He never turned in didn't receive item requests. Um, it just sat in the post office in Florida for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Dang.
And I contacted or sent him a message yesterday. Yeah, maybe he died. That could be. Hi, Bridget. No,
Bridget,
it
what's
came
your,
back to my post office, Sadie. It's sitting on a shelf in my local post office. I said, let me give this a day or so to contact the buyer and see what they want to do. Because this is going to cost them, what, $27, $28 to get it now, more than what they already paid. I don't think they would want to do that. Florida is the land of the old.
you just remember, you're headed that direction, girlfriend.
It came back because there was no secure location to deliver it. And it was held by that post office. The buyer had 2 different notices to come pick it up from that post office. And they never went and got it. If that was priority mail instead of that uninsured one, then it would have just come back free, right? There wouldn't be a return amount shipping cost. James says yes.
So how long are you responsible for? How long are you responsible for it?
I don't know. I thought the aren't buyers eligible to return something 30? If I got 30 days returns, then a buyer is not. A buyer has 30 days after they receive the item to ship it back, right?
Right.
But they never received it. So, I mean, that could still be active.
Well, apparently they must have like one of those little mailboxes on the side of your house, and the postal carrier didn't feel like they could
Like,
safely drop it off. So I would think that they would have left a tag on their mailbox
oh, is
saying,
that right, James? Attempted delivery is the date it starts? Well, that's 1 month tomorrow. March the 7th is when the attempt was made.
I mean,
I don't
are
think you're
you
not
supposed to
getting it.
if the post office returns it to you, are you supposed to just hold on to it? I mean, they are actually the owner of it, not you, because they paid you for it. But just asking.
Bridget says they can claim not delivered longer than that. Okay. Mike,
Good morning, Mike.
it's not me.
Bridget,
Post
put your
office
lipstick
tried to,
on and come on in.
Micah, post office tried to deliver an item I sold about a month ago. And the buyer never got it. It's been sitting in a post office in Florida for almost a month. And it came back. Anyway, so I thought, I mean, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. And I've used, God, what's that chipper sheeping shipping? Chipper sheeping?
Pirate ship?
No, the
Oh,
not
the
priority mail. The I guess yeah, just USPS ground. But it's only an $18 item, so hell, I don't care. I've I've never had one happen like this USPS ground. I've sent hundreds of packages USPS ground. It surprised me in the post office yesterday. This is what? Well, I'm not going to pay for the return shippings, period, no matter what happens. So, if the buyer wants to cough up the money, then I'll send it. Go ahead and send it again. But I
well,
don't.
the reason I said, what are you supposed to do with it? I mean, like if they could, if they emailed you today and said, send me an invoice for shipping, I want it sent back, and you've already punted it across the backyard into the neighbor's yard.
Uh, I don't know. I suppose I can just throw it back onto the shelf that it was on a month ago.
It's considered a refused delivery. They can't
Well,
get any money back with eBay.
that's not being cheap, Lag. That's just business. What would you do, Lag? Would you go ahead and pay for the return shipping?
Not when apparently it costs more. The shipping costs as much as the daggum item does.
Yeah.
You might as well just tell the lady at the post office to keep it and take it home. So if it actually is delivered back to Todd, he needs to just put it on a shelf for a while.
Well, if the nice lady at the post office, Christy's a sweetheart. I love that girl at the post office. She gets a gift card every year.
Is that the one
But
that is that the one that delivers to your house?
no, he gets a gift card too, but
Oh.
he's not he's not as friendly as Christy. He just gets out his truck. If you say thank you, he goes, "Yep." It goes. But I gave him a card too. He does a pretty good job. Once in a while, he'll give me some of the next door neighbor's mail, and I just walk it over and put it in their box.
Y'all must live in some little podunk towns.
I give him a gift card to the local Sonic Drive-In. Everybody likes Sonic. Go in
Say,
and get you some tater tots and a Coke. Tater tots and a limeade or something.
no, he paid for ship. They paid for shipping.
Yeah, the buyer paid original shipping.
But you don't want to get a bill from UPS or USPS for that return shipping.
I asked them if that could happen. They said no. Because I think they have people refuse postage due stuff all the time. And it doesn't come back on that person.
That's what Bridget has to say.
Dang, Bridget, that sucks. I would, did you get eBay on the horn about it? I'm sure you did in some way or other. You're too organized not to. If Bridget got on with them and said, "Hey, look, here's what happened. Here's the evidence." Both ways. Okay. Well, you've had it happen more just simply because you sell a ton more items than I do, I'm sure.
Todd, she
And
ships out more in a day than
shut
most
up.
people ship out in a month.
Shut up, Tom.
I said most people. I didn't say you.
I compare my sales to Bridget's all the time. I think I'm running about 1/5 of what she does on average.
Yeah, she ships
I
about
think that's
30 a
pretty
day.
good. Because she's got her and Chris and oh,
Yeah, poor Chris. He says, I'm done for the day. And she says, you want to eat tonight? You better keep on listening. um,
well,
you
lag.
know,
I don't know if I should relist it because um,
it doesn't belong to you.
yeah, for a little while longer, it doesn't belong to me for sure.
I mean,
Poor Chris. He's got it
I
so
know he's
good.
got it good down there.
Well, Bridget thinks he's got it good. I know.
Um, Bridget said, sit on it for a month and relist.
Wow, silver and gold are taking a nosedive this morning. So, but yeah, that's my little story. Hope you enjoyed it.
Well, that's always good to hear things like that happening.
Well, I mean, if it hasn't happened to you, probably it will someday. If you use USPS ground, you see it's happened to Bridget a bunch.
Yeah.
But I'm, you know, the girl that put the return shipping cost on the package, Christy, the sweet one, she called her the postage Nazi. I was like, Jennifer does a good job. I don't mind Jennifer. I've dealt with a lot worse people.
You know, the big thing is the fact that it was never dropped off. You know, they never received it. Because if the post office says it's delivered, and I'm contacted by the buyer, I always tell them they need to look around. Post office says they're delivered. It was delivered. If it was not delivered, then that means it was stolen, and then that means the post office is going to have to do an investigation. They usually find that damn thing real fast, like. Because mail fraud is a federal offense.
I did have one package about 4 years ago that was delivered to the wrong address, and nobody lived there. And the buyer messaged me, and well, this is like a month after it was delivered to the wrong address. I said, huh, that doesn't usually happen. I think in the whole time been reselling 7 years, the USPS has literally only just completely lost a package one time. And I think I shipped 1,500 items last year. So you multiply that by 7 years, what is that? About 10,000 items I've shipped in the last yeah, there you go, Sadie. Out of 10,000 items, the post office has only ever just completely lost one. So with all their faults and delays and expensive and all that, they will eventually pretty much follow through. At least that's been my experience.
You know, I shipped this package to this person. It's been years ago. And their daughter stopped by their house. The daughter did not live with them. She stopped by the house to pick up their mail because the people that bought it was out of town. Well, she gave them all the mail except the little package. So we went back and forth on that. Got the post office involved, and then all of a sudden I get a mail about 2 weeks. I guess about 2 weeks went by, and he said, "Oh, we found the package. It was riding around in my daughter's car." Sorry.
Wow, Lag says the post office lost a fully insured $2,500 item and denied the claim 3 times. And they never paid you back? Jeez. Well, you could hire Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe and sick them on the post office, I guess.
Yeah, because they are not a government office, so you can.
Except lawyers are expensive.
Yeah, but you tell them, they get 40% or 50% or nothing, and go for more than 2,500. Because that's what all the attorneys are doing now. They get a big chunk of it because they're going to go after a big bunch of money. And Mike, my God, do you have any problems finding an attorney down there for any reason? Because all you have to do is get on I-95 and drive for about 2 miles, and you'll see about 50 different attorneys' billboards.
Yeah, but most of them only deal with accident victims. Damn ambulance chasers.
Yeah.
My youngest son works for ambulance chasers. He makes okay money. Yeah.
Accidents and that kind of workman's comp and.
I guess you just write it off on your taxes. That's about all you can do, Lag, if you don't want to hire a lawyer.
We'll get package, Mr. Sadie. We get packages here, and I'll say, "What'd you order?" And she'll say, "I don't know. Let me open it up. I don't remember. Let me see what I ordered." And then she says, "Oh yeah, I remember this." Good morning, John.
Sadie.
And she's not buying useless crap or just ordering stuff. It's something that we've said, "Hey, we need to get some of this
Yeah, and those
out."
grandkids are going to outgrow them before they can use the second or third pair of the same shoes.
But with free shipping, it's just too easy to just sit down and just go ahead and order, that one thing right then. And
Well,
there's days I feel like I need to get into the cardboard recycling business because we have so many FedEx, not FedEx. We have so many Prime boxes here.
I guess the beard is sleeping in this morning.
Yeah.
He's not making an appearance.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Bridget. Yep, you mentioned we needed it. I ordered it. That's what she does. Because I don't tell her to order anything unless we need it. Yeah, it's Scott. If you're listening, you need to jump in long enough to throw a link to your Thursday night show over on Rumble. Is it Rumble?
Yeah, Gwen came in the other day and said, I can't find the chargers for my earbuds. I said, well, I can order some. She said, okay. So I ordered some off of eBay, and she said, you paid how much? I could have gotten that $8 cheaper at Walmart or something. Well, why didn't you tell me that? I said I would order it. He said, okay. Yeah, Scott will be on Rumble tonight.
Bridget, Rumble is
It's free speech video. It's like YouTube, only
yeah.
they allow everything.
Yeah, unless you blatantly slander somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure you still can't show pornography or anything,
Yeah.
but you can talk about Biden, or you can talk about Trump, or you can talk about crooked politics, or you can talk about this. You can talk about anything, and you won't get.
Yeah, just as long as you don't blatantly slander somebody,
Yeah, I had a YouTube video taken down. And my channel was suspended for what, 6 days?
When?
That was about 6 months ago. You don't remember that?
No. What was it? One of Scott's rants that did it? What happened?
Yeah, he was on my show, and we were talking about a certain election.
Oh.
And YouTube took it down, and it was actually the second one that they had taken down for the same reasons. So that's when they suspended me for a week or whatever.
Right. I didn't know you had been suspended. Thank you, Bridget.
Well, you knew about it because I told you, but you
Okay.
forgot, you old man.
As Bridget just said, Tom doesn't remember 6 minutes ago.
I know.
Thank you, Bridget.
I don't need. In his defense, I don't either. So
Half the time I can't remember what we talked about on yesterday's show.
stocks are finishing Easter week down.
And you say silver and gold's down too?
Yeah, gold has a chance to go back below 2,000, it looks like. It dropped from like 2020 and now it's like 2006. So we'll see. That's still way up from what it was just a couple of weeks ago.
John, Bridget is like a work wife. She don't care what she says. She'll be glad to repeat it. Just
But
like your
then
spouse will.
old Scott went kinder, gentler, so now all of his rants are on Rumble now. So that's okay.
Yeah, so he keeps it kind of light in YouTube's, and then he goes over to Rumble and opens up over there. But somebody said Russell Brand was over there too. Yeah, there's a bunch of liberals over there too, because they can say what they want to and have the same effect. So anyhow, it's 9:57. I know you got to go see your girlfriends, Todd. Any last thoughts?
I don't know what's happening this weekend. Just Easter. Everybody put on your Easter dress and put on your bonnet and head on over to church or something. Hunt you some Easter eggs.
No, that
Eat some
requires
peeps.
bending over.
So I've been doing pretty good on my keto. I'm down 9 pounds. Woohoo! Yeah, hit that like button. Tom needs all the help he can get. Here, I'm hitting you a like. There you go, Tom. You got a like from me.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Are you ever going to get enough subscribers where you? Oh, you do have enough subscribers to get monetized.
I'm about halfway to being. I was monetized, and then when the pandemic hit, I just didn't do any videos, and Roberta was working at home, so I didn't do any shows. And
You thought my fingers looked thinner? I've always had skinny fingers. In fact, I am pretty skinny over my whole body. Arms, legs, hands, feet. Except, I mean, I look like a stick figure with a basketball in the middle of it. I carry all of my weight on my belly. It's,
Bridget, you're down 11 pounds since last Monday. Are you not eating?
That's good. No, you can do it. Todd's pregnant.
How many meals a day do you eat, Todd? And I'm assuming they're all keto meals.
Yeah, we did a 8-day jump start and I lost 5 pounds off of that. And then that ended Sunday. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I ate a little more cheese and this and that. Not strict keto, but real low carb still.
Right.
So I lost another 3. So down 9 pounds.
Wow.
So mine's been going about a week and a half. One of the Lutheran ladies knocked me up. Yeah, they took me to the back room, banged my bones off the wall.
Oh, that's not a pretty thought.
And I'm not a strong man, so any of those ladies could just turn me around sideways.
Uh-huh. Your beautiful bride's probably in another room listening to you going, he's lost it.
Oh, that's funny.
So anyway, I guess Scott's not lurking this morning. He's having a show over on Rumble tonight to discuss current
All that
events.
built up tension.
Yeah, all that built up tension.
Dang, Sadie.
So if you're not subscribed to the Bearded Picker, which I'm sure everybody is, he should post something over there. So anyhow, Todd.
Yeah, Scott's got a rumble at 7 tonight, and then I'll do a show in the morning.
Yep. And Bridget, since you can get in on StreamYards and you're having problems with EV Mux, we look forward to seeing your beautiful face in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be on StreamYard.
So keep that in mind. Get up early, get your hair did, your lipstick on.
I want to see Bridget 11 pounds thinner. I bet she looks cute now. Not that she wasn't cute already, but cuter.
Save it. Save it, Todd. Save it.
Bridget, you're beautiful.
So anyway, y'all have a great day. I got to run. Hopefully the AC man will be here shortly because it's starting to kind of warm up. So have a great day.
Mama.
See you over on Todd's tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.